Get out of here!
All golf, all day, every day.
Gotta get loose.
You were up by 9 strokes after the first 2 holes. You're probably going to want a little differentiation. Not a word, but
Cut that part out of the podcast.
Somebody give me something to drink.
I'm going to slap that smile right off your face, Blake. These aren't stupid questions.
And it's the Rich Golf Podcast, brought to you by Partabs, www.partabs.com. You know what's great about this podcast, fellas, is the outreach that we have. Thanks to this great outreach, we've got Alex a brand new used winter vehicle.
For less than he even wanted to pay for.
That's
I one of our listeners. I got a Tahoe from one of our listeners.
From all the way across town.
Yep. Happens to be a brother of one of the people on this podcast. I was pretty excited about that. Although it came with because Blake called me and he's like, "Hey, I got a deal for you, man." And I'm like, you saying that means you probably don't have something good for me.
No.
But anyways, being deer season, I always do that, screw up the names. Josh was listening. I don't know if he called Blake or whatever and was like, "Hey, is your brother serious about a vehicle?" And so Blake kind of set it up. So I got to give him some credit too.
Well, I called him to make sure
Time for everything.
Well, I called him to make sure he still wanted my help deer skinning. And then he said, sure. And he goes, "I was listening to the podcast and I may have a vehicle for your brother." I go, "Really?" Said, "Yeah, buying this new Tahoe. Got my old one for sale." And he was just going to sell it for scrap. And I go, I asked him if he wanted to skin deer on Saturday. He said no, but let's see if we can get him there anyway. So,
Yeah, I shaved a little money off if I skinned deer, so I got roped into it for a day.
Bargain.
It's not bad. Not bad.
Yeah.
Well, then you had to pay for it 2 different ways. Alex had to shave off some money for help skinning deer. Then the money that I was going to give him for the snowmobile, I ended up giving Josh to take that off the debt.
Like basically got a free truck.
Yeah.
I don't know about that. I hate when I buy a vehicle because I always forget about the registration, and it's like when you pay that, it's like, ugh, that hurt.
Yeah.
Because the registration in this case was almost as much as the vehicle.
What is it to register a car?
Bought it for $1, right? Wink, wink.
What was it? 3 or I don't remember. I wrote the check. 2. I think it was high 2 something, like 270 or something like that.
Wee.
And I'm just like,
yeah. Tag, you gotta pay a tax
Breaking the
on
bank.
the sale of the vehicle, and then your new registration.
yeah, it adds up quick.
Then you got to get insurance.
Nah.
Well, only liability.
Yeah, that thing doesn't deserve much more than that.
No. I mean, it's a Tahoe, but come on.
Yeah. It's a solid. What year is it? 03?
Yeah, it's 03.
Yeah, solid. So I mean, you didn't get your $8,000 vehicle for $1,200, but
No.
good compromise.
Tahoe.
I was
$5
driving
years.
home though, and women were just jumping all over it, trying to get at me, and put the windshield wipers on quick.
Keep 'em away.
I did get the LT Gray unloaded by myself.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Our golf cart snowmobile project that is going to stay a snowmobile.
Yes.
Pretty much. I mean, I got some ideas how to trick it out for one weekend out of the year, but yeah, so I did get it home and I was like, it weighs a lot more than I thought it was going to. It's got to weigh like 500 pounds.
L Tigers aren't light.
Right. So I backed it up to the LP, the hill by the fuel tank there. And I said, and it was probably 2.5, 3 feet off the ground. So I just kept pulling on it to get the track on the ground. And I'm like, I don't really know what I'm going to do here. So I put a pallet underneath of it. And I go, I'll just drop it and just slam it down on the pallet. And we'll see what happens there.
Jeez, man.
Well, I did. And so what happened was that those boards that you put underneath the skis when we put it in my truck.
Yeah, I want those boards back, by the way.
They're broken now.
Yeah, they're broken. Let me finish my story first. So as I was pulling those out, the boards were stuck and they kept coming with the skis. And then all of a sudden the boards tipped down on the pallet, got stuck. I gave it one more yank and it just slid right down the boards, landed on the pallet very smoothly. I go, that was almost too easy, actually.
Did you find that Eagles steering wheel cover that I threw in the back of your truck before you left?
Uh-uh.
It must float out.
You ruined the surprise.
I kept throwing trash in Blake's truck, and I didn't want that steering wheel cover, so I threw that in, thinking he'd get angry when he talked to me next. But that's okay.
Ooh. Nope.
Gotta find it first.
Ah, now
Yeah.
you.
Yeah,
now
it still
you're
might be in
littering,
there.
It's on Highway 18 somewhere.
Oh boy.
probably.
But yeah, so that was good. I fired it up today. It's a little, burns a little oil, a little smoky. The wife was not impressed, by the way.
What?
I couldn't imagine.
Yeah, what wife is impressed with anything a man brings home? I've
Especially,
never applauded for anything I've ever brought home.
Yeah, well, especially an 86 snowmobile. But the boy came out and he goes, "What's that?" Because I don't think he's ever seen one before. I go, "Ah, don't worry about it." So then he went back inside. I got it unloaded, went in, and then she goes, "He said you bought a boat." I go, "No, it's not a boat." And then I go, "Don't worry about it." She goes, "What did you get? A kayak?" I said, "No, it's not a kayak. It's a snowmobile." Da da da, catching the business, and then I fired it up today and drove it 20 feet in the yard to move it. And it looked like it was burning so much smoke, it looked like it was on fire. So hopefully when it gets warmed up, it kind of leans itself out. But
They always do. They start out smoky.
yeah, but apparently I did some research on it. It was supposed to be the 5,000 and the LT Gray 5,000 and the 6,000 were, the 6,000 for sure was the fastest snowmobile made that year across the board.
So not yours.
Mine
Fastest
does.
snowmobile 30 years ago, huh?
Yeah.
Almost 40.
Yeah, so that one does. Mine does 70, and then apparently the 6,000 is supposed to go up to 90.
Well,
somebody-
it did that when it was new.
What do you
Yeah,
think that's-
Don't think you're getting anywhere near those numbers now.
Was it when you moved it? Was it pretty responsive?
Well, I mean, once the clutch kicked in, yeah, I drove it across grass. We don't have snow yet, so kind of
Hey,
tore the shit out of my
that's a
yard.
test.
Yeah, so, but on a different note, on golf note, did anybody know if Bryce DeChambeau finished his challenge yet?
Not that I've seen.
I think last one I saw was day 14, and he hasn't done it yet.
Ooh.
Saw one that I think it was day 13 or 14 where he basically dunked it and it popped right out. And I was like, well, that's a kind of kick in the nuts.
I saw that one too.
I think on the day 14 one, he had two really close to the hole, and a third one was rolling towards the hole and hit one of the other ones and knocked it away from it.
Gotta have your caddy just clear those out of the way.
Yeah.
It's true. Do you know what we're talking about, Alex, at all?
I was yelling at my kid. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Bryce DeChambeau is trying to get a hole in one where he shoots a ball over his house, which is made of glass, by the way. I didn't see the whole side of the house is glass. Shoots it over his house, and then he's got a putting green back there or whatever, and then trying to make a hole in one. Fun to
Did he
watch.
succeed?
Not yet.
yet.
And each day, so for instance, day 2 he gets 2 shots, day 3 3 shots, so on and so forth. And he hasn't broken a window yet either. And every one of his shots is just.
I mean, he is a professional
I can't
golfer. Yeah.
imagine he's gonna shank too many of those.
I
You know what
but
though? It can
Especially,
happen.
yeah, especially on like a putty or a hitting mat. Like I feel like he's not gonna shank one using that. Where if
I
you're
agree.
I'm telling you what though, the more he keeps doing it, the odds keep increasing. That
Yeah.
he's
Yeah.
going to.
that is true. Yeah.
I did see multiple TikTok parody videos where they line up in front of their house and just drill a window or shank it right at the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, not even once. This is what there's none that landed that I saw were more than 15 feet away from the pin each time.
There's
Yeah,
a couple.
Close.
Yeah, there's a couple that have been a little short that hit the rocks
Mhm.
that are maybe 10 feet off the green, not even. But yeah, he's dialed in. Most
And
of
what's this
most of
for?
his
Just
shots are like
personal-
50 feet away.
Personal
should-
glory or what?
A social media guy just to get followers and attention.
Oh,
Getting those eyeballs on him, man.
I
Mhm.
guess.
Along the same lines, did you see there was an Australian PGA was in a rain delay, so one of the golfers went to the simulator and was going to do a hole-in-one challenge as well. He made it on his second shot.
No shit. I did not see that.
Well, I guess that's a short challenge. Like,
Yeah, no
thinking it was going to take multiple hours or tons of attempts, and it was like second shot, boom, aced it, no big deal.
The hole in one on the simulator was like just a hole in one, or was it over a simulated house or what?
It was just on a random hole.
Oh, nice. Good for him.
Thanksgiving coming up.
Oh, yeah.
yeah. This is
Today.
coming out
It's
on
today.
Thanksgiving. Yeah, today.
Assemble the perfect Thanksgiving meal.
Yeah, we ain't gonna get what's all on
I
our
will
list.
say
but-
I had some listeners also reach out, and I'm apparently on an island when it comes to Hawaiian rolls. So
Boom.
do not
I
appreciate
Can't
that.
believe you're shocked by that, honestly.
I did get some
Can't believe that
flack.
many people like regular old boring ass dinner rolls.
I got some flack for not none of us choosing deviled,
You know what,
deviled
though?
eggs. They were
What the hell?
not happy with
Good.
that.
Screw those guys.
Gross.
I got to circle back to Brady's thing. After you got done talking about Hawaiian rolls, like a day later, I went to our local grocery store, and they had Hawaiian rolls or whatever, but they were pretzel ones, sliders.
Sounds good.
I made those up. Those are pretty damn good.
I'm interested.
Yeah, those anything like pretzel buns. If that's an option at a restaurant, I'm going for that right
Oh,
away.
same. I love a pretzel bun. I'm all in on that.
It's got to be not too chewy on the top.
Well, yeah, it's got to be a good pretzel.
I don't know what you're
Even
eating.
a bad pretzel bun, I feel like is still better than like a regular hamburger bun.
Depends. I
Quiet.
mean, real good. What?
I said, "Quiet, Brady. You like King's Hawaiian rolls over
I
regular."
do.
Let's see you put a regular sized burger on a King's Hawaiian little baby roll.
I'd be down for that. Sounds delicious.
Yeah. But no,
I wanted to hold on. Shut.
Oh, Jesus.
I did want to do this. Me and my boss were talking one day about planes, trains, and automobiles, and I believe you guys watched that this week.
Good one. Yep.
we
Yes.
did.
Is there
Yes, we did.
is there and this is what we were talking about? Is there any other Thanksgiving movie?
Thanks, killing.
Okay, no, I mean like
Um,
I mean, I guess that could be a tradition to watch. But like, is there any staple ones like Christmas Vacation, A Christmas Story? Those ones are big. Like those are ones that we do every year. I was just trying to think of Thanksgiving. The only one I can think of is Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much the only Thanksgiving movie.
Off the top of my head, I can't really think of another one either.
Are you talking about kids movies too?
Just
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah, really, anything. I mean, is
Thanksgiving
there a
movie?
Charlie
But-
Brown one maybe that people like?
Okay,
yeah,
we get.
I mean,
Hold on now. We got Turkey Hollow, Pilgrim,
Pass.
I've heard of any of these. movies.
Thanksgiving. The Thanksgiving movie. I never heard of that.
That seems a little too on the nose.
Yeah, right.
The Last Thanksgiving, Garfield's Thanksgiving.
Okay.
It doesn't even have.
I don't know if any of these are actually Thanksgiving.
yeah. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles is one on this list that I just looked up.
Yeah, none of those are ones where I've heard people like I said, A Christmas Story and Christmas Vacation. Everyone will think of those for that holiday. But like
There's
Thanksgiving,
a
I think.
litany of Christmas movies, but yeah, there's not that many
Um,
Thanksgiving movies.
they
Rocky.
say that You've Got Mail is actually around Thanksgiving.
never
It's on
seen that,
Thanksgiving Day.
So is Rocky.
Yeah, these are not Thanksgiving movies.
No.
Adam's Family Values.
Nope. Let's go watch Thanksgiving and Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Is Thanksgiving the one, Brady, we watched in our 20s when it was the one with the turkey?
Yeah, that's going
That
around.
movie was insane.
It is a ridiculous movie. It's one of those awesomely terrible movies.
Is that like the Zombievers movie?
No.
Or like
Honestly,
Sharknado kind of
Yeah.
thing.
Yes.
The most ridiculous part in the whole movie was when the turkey killed the dad and the turkey wore the dad's face and the daughter believed it was her father. I couldn't get past that part.
Right. I might have to watch this movie now.
It's pretty good.
It's worth it once.
Good.
Actually, we did watch when we watched Planes, Trains, and Automobiles this last weekend. There was a couple parts in there that I never picked up before. Not that I don't watch it every year, but yeah.
I just
Oh,
saw
you
a
always
stat on
get
that
those
where
in
like he
movies.
says the F word like 39 times in like 30 seconds in that one little clip in the airport or whatever.
Yeah, I like
It's a
that.
brilliant scene.
Yeah.
That one where I think they get off the train and they're going to take the bus. And Steve Martin's there just looking all pissed off. And he goes, John Candy goes, you ever traveled by bus before? He goes, no. He goes, well, your mood's not going to improve by much.
Yeah.
You guys staying home or you guys traveling? What's the plans for the Thanksgiving?
Short trip, not too far.
Just going down the road.
Yeah, you're lucky.
I'm going to the same place you are, Blake. So
I gotta go 2 places.
your mama's house.
Snap.
Also my mother.
I know since we don't have much to talk about golf wise, but I was at Costco last Friday and that place was a shit show. Oh my god! I mean,
You ever see the time lapse of the pumpkin pie table at Costco online?
I was just gonna say they had the usual places where they put the pies. They had an area triple that size with 3 different pies: apple, pumpkin, pecan, and I mean stacks of pies. And everybody was grabbing that. And it's funny because they put them by the booze, so everybody was grabbing pie and everybody was grabbing booze.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
was a great weekend.
the time lapse is pretty insane to watch. How many pies they actually go through. We didn't get on that about like the best pie. I mean, I'm obviously going for pumpkin. That's the number one.
Get
But
out of here.
Gross.
what are you gonna say, pecan or
No, it's
pecan?
Also gross.
I don't really like pie that much.
I like the weird
do.
pies. I like a banana cream or a lemon meringue, but you don't really get those around things.
Yeah, I really don't think of Thanksgiving and meringue pie.
No.
I like
Well, it's got to
I
be
like
pumpkin then. You guys bring nothing to the table. That's
apple,
gotta be-
apple.
Apple
Chocolate pie.
Yeah, or French silk.
French silk does. Well, those two are kind of the same thing. There was I don't know if you guys remember Bishops. If anyone's listening, and they had a Bishops in their town.
We just talked about
That's
that
all
like
right.
2
I'm
weeks
bringing
ago.
up a really good pie that they had twice.
Again, like 2 weeks in a row.
Well, maybe they
It was that
wasn't
good.
sure if they wanted to go. Now they're gonna.
That all you got? Okay, Bishop's pie, the best.
It's a very short drop on Bishop's.
Is Bishop's even a
We're
restaurant
sponsored by
anymore?
Bishops.
I don't think so. I think they are out of business.
Yeah, everyone that I have known of is closed, which was 2.
Put it on
Um,
Craigslist. We need Bishop's pie recipe. Someone will come through for you.
one of our awesome listeners. What is the God damn it, Alex? You made me forget.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to make this podcast
Edible.
reasonable.
Pie conversation.
Yeah. It was something about pies. Anyway, yeah, pie's good. Everybody loves it. Except Jordan, I guess.
You ever have a cream pie?
Brady, come on now.
Yeah, banana cream. They're good. They're delicious.
Banana cream, coconut cream, all of it. You know?
Oh, gross. Coconut cream is disgusting.
I get down with that. I saw Alex demolish a whole box of Girl Scout candy the other day within an
Shut up.
hour.
Yes, we did.
They got
Salted,
Oh, I was going to
salted
ask you
caramel,
guys.
man.
I was going to ask you guys about the deer skinnings.
What about it?
How many deers you guys do in a weekend?
We did over 100 this last weekend.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
When you send that stuff out, do you get your same deer back, or you just get about the same weight of deer back?
Depends on what you get. Like
What you request?
if you get your own fresh, like you don't get any sausage or anything, you get your own deer back. Like if it's ground venison and your cuts, that's all your own. And then if you get sausage, if you get at least 25 pounds of something, then you get your own back. But if you're getting like 5 pounds of this, 5 pounds of that, you ain't getting your own shit back.
You guys make like venison snack sticks and everything too?
You betcha.
Everything a butcher shop would make, Brady.
That sounds delicious. Well, I mean, some places don't make everything. Some things, limit it to here and there. You never know.
I got some stuff I can give you. I have piles of venison sausage left over that you can have.
What's the most deers you've done in a season or in a week, like opening weekend?
I remember
Since I've been there,
it was.
probably like 200-300.
I
Jeez.
remember one year that we had to. It was one of the first years that, yeah, you were there, I was there, and we did. I want to say on that Saturday we ran out of cooler room, like the
Yes.
rails, and it was. So that was probably 250 deer at least in one weekend.
We had to go buy a tarp and lay it down on the ground so we could, because we literally could not fit any more deer in our cooler. So we had to lay him down, skin him, and then lay him down on the tarp.
That's pretty wild. That's a lot of deer.
Brady's supposed to come every year and help, but he hasn't shown up yet.
He's always got something
I had a
going on.
I had a thing that weekend.
Sending us snaps of when Alex's wife is gone.
Speaking of
Are you
snaps,
banging her? What are you doing?
speaking of snaps, I can't remember what it was regards to, but Jordan took a picture of Alex and sent it out. And Alex goes, "Jordan took a picture of me. I feel violated."
That's when he was eating the Girl Scout chocolates.
Yeah, I felt really good about my body in that photo.
He looks great. He looked great.
Yeah, it's my best side.
The
You're
large
working it
side.
off. And you guys have like numb hands now from all that stuff.
My hands
No.
are very sore.
Yeah. Anybody lob a finger off?
Mm-mm.
No,
Nobody gets caught.
well, for the most part, not anymore much.
No.
Didn't you cut Wags one year or something? Or
I
Mm-mm.
cut the 1 year I was helping. I cut. He worked there at the time. Matt, I cut his finger open pretty good.
whoops.
He shouldn't have had his hand there though, and I
Yeah,
don't know.
That's really his fault.
I know. Josh is listening. I don't remember if he remembers what he said to him. He's like, "Well," he goes, because he's like, "Did you tell him to move it?" I'm like, "I did." And he's like, "Well, you shouldn't have put it there then." Like he just
I did accidentally cut my knee one time and lost about a pint of blood. It
Sounds
was just
good.
little baby cut. I put a Band-Aid over it, and it must have hit. I guess there's some artery tissue there or something. And I had those green bibs on to keep your pants clean, and I took those off, and there was a big coagulated ball of blood on my knee, and then my whole pant leg was soaked all the way down into my boots off just a little, like maybe a half-inch cut.
That sounds disgusting.
Yeah, it
Yes.
was. Didn't even notice it till I got. I'm like, oh boy, that's not good.
What was the biggest rack you saw out there?
Some good
Ah,
ones.
what
I
was his
mean,
name again? I don't remember.
I don't.
I was waiting for your mom joke there, but
Well, I did something close to it.
I don't know. There's a good 10, 12 pointer in there.
nothing too
Maybe some
crazy.
decent ones.
At this point, I don't even care to look at them anymore.
You've seen so many, you're like, I don't even give a shit.
That's like
Okay.
I think the funny thing is like someone will come in and that you can tell they're all proud and you know they kind of want to hear the positive affirmations and I've noticed all of us are just like that's cool.
They are not
Like-
there.
You're like, buddy, there's 12 more in the cooler that are way
Hey,
better.
take your deer to the local bar. They'll give you your affirmation. You're not going to get it here.
Yeah.
Any big ones come in today? That's what we
Yeah.
got. Any big ones in today?
That drives me nuts when somebody brings a deer in. And the kill, like our slaughter floor where we skin stuff, it's a pretty good size area. And they're way over by one door, and they'll see like a couple of the racks that we have caped out. They won't ask. They'll just walk all the way across the room to go snoop and look at stuff. And that just drives me nuts.
You guys should
I
leave
like
the biggest one on the counter. Like, this is the best rack. If you can't beat this, just leave me alone.
Yeah, this is the best one we have. Look at it and go away.
Yeah, currently the largest one in the shop. If you can't beat it, just leave me the hell alone.
there was a moment and I don't remember the football player I'm going to compare this to and I should but there was a kid that was there and you could tell he was just into the whole scene of the deer and butchering them and all that stuff and he was just kind of watching intently and then it was you remember that commercial? Who was the football player that gave the jersey to the kid? It was a famous Coke commercial.
Mean Joe Green.
It was
Yep.
a Mean Joe Green. Okay.
Yep.
He asked for the Blake had cut off one of the deer's legs, and he's like, "Can I have that?" And Blake just kind of tossed it to him, and that's immediately the scene I thought in my head. And I'm like, "Look at Blake making
Here you
some
go,
kid's
kid."
day, giving him a lucky deer leg."
What a legend.
He wanted to do, yeah, dude. He was all about that too. He's like,
He was very excited.
I heard him say something about it, and then whoever the adult was that was with him goes, "Well, just ask him." And then I snapped it off. He goes, "Can I have that?" Here you go, kid.
Here,
We got
kid.
a future psychopath
Tossed
out
him the
there.
leg. Oh
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, good for
Stay
him.
away from that kid in the future.
Yeah, he was young too, probably like 10, maybe.
Yeah, somewhere on there.
But no, it was actually all in all, as in there's been years where we've been so overwhelmed doing that, where they're stacked up inside and then there's no room, so they're stacked up outside waiting to be skinned. This year they started coming in early, which is great. And I mean, it was one right after another, but we were skinning one right after another. So I mean, it was a smooth. We never got buried, but we always had one on deck. Was that?
Just steady.
Yeah, it was just steady all day from especially Saturday. We got there, a couple showed up, and I mean, we just cruised through all the way till close, and then that was it. That was really nice. I don't think that's ever happened before.
Yeah, that's probably the ideal situation right there, where you're not standing around and bored, but also you're not getting just bombarded by deer and there's no end in sight. You go outside and there's deer lined up all along the building.
It's depressing. It's pretty
Very,
depressing.
We gotta get like a announcement. We realize there's not much golf talk, but we are in winter in Wisconsin now. Just as a reminder.
We're
Yeah.
due for a simulator soon, though. I got a coupon from them, so we'll have to go.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to hitting that up. So
Also, I was going to bring up there might be some Black Friday deals on some golf websites. I know the golf clubs, I bought a couple golf clubs off of Golf Avenue. They have up to 80% off on some of their golf clubs
Ooh.
for Black Friday. It doesn't say exactly how long it goes on for, but until December 10th. So
Nice.
that's quite a stretch.
check out your golf's websites that you like. Callaway, all those. I'm sure they probably have Black Friday deals if you're looking to buy a club.
Yeah, if
now
you want to buy
that would be
one
the time.
podcast and donate it, send it to your mom's big rack at Fenimore PO Box.
One thing I was thinking too would be a good gift, and I don't know if you'd have to look on Golf Moose, but like if someone wanted to buy you some rounds of golf, can you buy ahead for next year?
Yeah,
Yeah,
the Golf Boost
yeah.
say they're good. If you buy them now, I think they say they're good through like July. If I
So that might
remember.
be, if you're trying to think of something to get for someone, buy them a couple rounds of golf on Golf Moose.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Also, Group Golfer does that too. I've been seeing this. They're still putting up stuff every day. Group Golfer. So
We could combine like a link tree with all of our deals.
by what?
Like a link tree, put it on our Twitter page. Say, hey, if you want golf deals, come here.
You gotta talk to the guy in
Twitter page?
I think we got hacked.
Never mind. I take it back.
Our social media guy isn't very social.
Blake could post some things on the TikToks
That's
of,
true.
of deals that he finds and whatnot.
You can put link trees in your TikToks.
Yeah.
Yes, I can. Yes. I've been putting some
He
more bar
won't.
cart. Shut up. I've been putting some more bar cart videos up on there.
One of them, like the kind of step by step through it. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was a good one. But
Didn't get a lot of attention.
no,
I
it
watched
doesn't.
it and hearted it.
TikTok is hard to figure out, man.
It is.
Well, not if you're a woman. If you're a woman, you got to
yeah.
figure it out.
I was just gonna say there was no boobs in it, so that's
Yeah.
Our one video that had a girl in it for like a split second got 2 million views. So
We cracked the algorithm.
yeah, hopefully we'll get some more. We got Eskimo Open coming up. We'll have to have Shane on, talk about that. Brady's dude from Colorado, we'll have him on talking about golf this winter. We got the El Tigre updates. We get that baby primed. Or like it's El Tigre, which is Spanish for the tits. So
Yeah.
And boys, I don't know if you got on this or not. Blake, you need to go get those other 3 El Tigres I sent you guys.
I saw that on
Goals.
Facebook. Yes.
And my phone's obviously listening to me because I was on Marketplace and just scrolling, and that caught my eye. Literally 3 of them, so we could all have one for every one of us, and we could just have Alex fix them up for us, and then we could just all ride around Eskimo Open with our El Tigres.
I was gonna say it said only one of them currently runs, but
I believe in Alex's ability.
Yeah. We'll be a pack of
Which one of us?
Tigres.
A pack of tits.
Yeah, a pack of tits.
All right, fellas. Well, happy Thanksgiving. I'll see most of you.
Yeah, I'll see you. The only one that probably we won't see is Brady.
Brady, have a happy Thanksgiving. Since we won't
all
see you.
right.
And to all of our listeners out there, too.
That's right. Have a happy holiday. All right. Thanks, fellas.
Yeah.
See ya.
Bye.
Get out of here!